It's showtime.
Hey everyone, Django Fett here, hunting down games, comics, TV shows, movies, and more. And it's been a while since I've done one of these videos, but it's for the Star Wars Black Series figures, action figure reviews, and this is for the Darth Nihilus figure, 6-inch figure, and this is available exclusively on GameStop.com, so I recommend you check it out right now. By the time I'm checking this right now, it's actually available for, actually discounted. Regular price is $25, so they are incrementally raising the price for these exclusives by $5. But you know, you do what you have to when it comes to collecting these figures. Darth Revan was also another figure that was an exclusive, but I think that was also $25. Correct me if I'm wrong, and I recommend you guys check out my review for Darth Revan in the comment section below, in the description below, I should say. But by the time I do this video, it is actually available, the Darth Nihilus. I don't think it's going to be sold out like it is for Darth Revan, as he is such a huge and iconic character. But he's still a big character nonetheless, Darth Nihilus. And he's more of a niche character, more of a niche. Knights of the Republic 2 is more of a niche game compared to Knights of the Republic 1. But here it is nonetheless. This is Darth Nihilus. And on the front, we have the Knights of the Republic 2 logo on the bottom. It's really hard to tell, but there you see the 2 bars right there. It's kind of hard to tell on here. You'll actually have a better look on the back, so you can see it right there, Knights of the Republic 2 logo. So let's read the back of the box real quick. So Star Wars Knights of the Republic 2 features Darth Nihilus, a Sith Lord so lost to the dark side that he became an endlessly hungry void. So this is the only description in English. The rest of these are in different languages. I don't know. It just seems like so kind of pointless just to put this tiny description, but whatever. But this is Knights of the Republic, and I had to get this nonetheless, Knights of the Republic 2. Even though I wasn't the biggest fan of Knights of the Republic 2, I do have a little deep respect for Knights of the Republic 2. Now, what is interesting is that it's a gaming grate. This says gaming grates on it. So I'm thinking that since we had Darth Revan, I'm thinking that we could also have some things like Bastila Shan, Darth Malak, Galen Merrick, down the road for the Black Series figures. So who knows? We could see more down the road. So that would be really cool. And I'd like to give a shout out to my friend Ryan for telling me about this figure, because I wouldn't have known this figure was even available in the first place. So thank you, Ryan. Really appreciate it. And I had to get this figure. So let us unbox this figure. Alright, I already made a cut on the top. Okay. So let's take a look at the lightsaber first. It's kind of hard to tell, but here it is. So the hilt is pretty cool. Pretty accurate, I would say. And then we look at the figure. Alright. And here is the figure itself. So I'll also take pictures of this figure as well, so you guys have a better idea what it looks like. And he looks good. I do have some problems with this figure, and I will actually be describing this figure with doing some comparisons with this figure and another figure. But I feel like they nailed the mask. The mask is like easily one of the... I mean, it's the easiest part. I mean, you can't mess that up. Now, I'm looking at it, and it's looking like I'm actually taking a closer look at the eyelids. And, yeah, I'm seeing some eyelids or something inside the mask itself. It's really hard to tell. I'll take a closer picture of this, but you actually see some eyelids between the mask, which is completely inaccurate. He is essentially just the mask itself, and there is no eyes. There's nothing whatsoever. So they messed it up on that part alone. So let me take a quick look at the articulation. So there's a ball socket right here with his arms. Not a great deal of range, so it's going to be a little tricky to get it so that he wields it with 2 hands. So you're going to essentially wield it like... I don't know. I feel like it's going to be a little tricky to wield the lightsaber with 2 hands with this figure. So not great articulation on the hands. Maybe if I could just... It's not the... Yeah, it's not that great. Yeah, there's a ball socket right here. Wrist movement is fine. Feet. Yeah, the knees are good. Feet don't... There's a ball socket right here by the foot. And that's also movable, but... Now, there is a nice little... Those little dots on the end, so you can actually have him stand better on like a little stand or something. But he does stand on his own. Pretty good. Not a problem there. I think it's much better than the Darth Revan figure, from what I've noticed. Darth Revan, I've always had trouble having him stand on his own. I don't know why that is, but it is. That's the case. Now, unfortunately, I'm not the biggest fan of this figure because I do feel like this has been a complaint in the GameStop reviews that there is a reuse of parts. Essentially the robes, I've noticed, and what the robes look like on him compared to another figure, it's not looking good. So here, we'll look at Darth Malak. Now I have Darth Nihilus next to Darth Malak because I feel like they reused the robes from the Darth Malak figure into Darth Nihilus. I feel like they could have done something more distinct, because if you look at pictures of Darth Nihilus and his robes, they're very distinct, very amazing to look at. His outfit, a very distinct black outfit. But I feel like they reused the robes from Darth Malak and then just essentially put them on Darth Nihilus. So I don't know what they were thinking with that. I thought this kind of was like a little bit of a lazy job when it came to that. So I do wish the robes were more distinct and better looking. But, and the biggest thing I just noticed is just the eyelids. I mean, that should be completely black. There should not be any eyelids whatsoever. And if you take a closer look, you can see some eyelids, and that's a horrible attention to detail. I don't know what they were thinking with that. So that was a lazy attempt by them. That being said, I do think this is worth collecting. It's a good looking figure. I do like it. And I'm going to give the figure a 3 out of 5. They nailed the look for the most part. There are some problems here and there, but I do think if you're a big Knights of the Republic 2 fan, you're going to love this figure. You're going to glad to have it in your collection for sure. Hey guys, so I want to add some things regarding Darth Nihilus and some interesting facts about him. So I'm just reading this based on Wikipedia and what they say on it. And his story was later elaborated on in a comic called Unseen Unheard in Star Wars Tales number 24. And this was actually written by Chris Avellone, lead writer of the Sith Lords. And it's a very good story. Highly recommended. And Nihilus's name and the pronunciation, therefore, was derived from the word nihilist, meaning one who believes in the denial of all real existence of the possibility of an objective basis for truth. In an interview conducted by Star Wars Knights of the Republic fan website, Avellone was asked what his intentions for Darth Nihilus were. Though he did state that his conception of Nihilus's origin story was non-canon, Avellone said he thought of Nihilus as Metrosuric's other half, pursuing a different path after Malachor V was torn apart. From a visual direct design perspective, Avellone credited artist Brian Menz with creating an effective hook for the character, and he cited his contribution as one of the particular things that made the Sith Lords a success. Menz himself did not feel his work on Nihilus was very creative, and he was asked to give him a mask based on No Face, a character from Hayao Miyazaki's Spirited Away film. And you can see the comparisons right here. I didn't even think of that before. And it was highly derivative from that. Nonetheless, Nihilus was his favorite of all the characters he drew for the game, and he was very, very proud of him. In-game, Nihilus never spoke a clear word. He emitted solely patterns of sounds similar to Atrus's Sith holocrons found on Telos 4. In a bug that occasionally occurred when Nihilus died, his body was surrounded by dark side energies, but the body itself did not disappear. A Sith lightsaber, a dark Jedi Master robe, and a lightsaber crystal could then be found in his remains. In Hasbro's Star Wars Evolutions action figure set, The Sith Legacy, Nihilus was featured with Darth Bane and another Sith, Darth Maul. He had a removable hood that showed Nihilus's hair for the first time. It was styled in dreadlocks. Though Nihilus' background and motives did not change based on whether people playing the Sith Lords had Surik, their avatar made decisions in line with either the light or dark sides of the Force. The way his story unfolded could vary slightly. A possible outcome to the final battle with Nihilus was to convince Mara to sacrifice herself, thus shattering the bond she shared with Darth Nihilus and severely wounding the Dark Lord spirit. This rendered him no match for Surik, but this option was only available if Mar was equipped with regular clothing and was wielding a melee weapon, which is very interesting. I didn't know that. Surik could choose whether or not Visas Mar looked upon her master's face. If Surik allowed Mar, she could have also asked Mar to bring his mask to her. The mask could not be worn, however. It did give Surik bonus force points in the game. Not asking for the mask resulted in it disappearing with his body. So it's kind of useful to have the mask with you instead of not with you at all. Dialogue options after this caused Mara to describe Nihilus' face in two alternative ways. She either responded by saying, "A man, nothing more," or "I saw a graveyard world surrounded by a fleet of dead ships. I felt it through him as I felt it through you." Just looking out for more of these gaming greats, Star Wars Black Series figures, and more Legends associated figures, because I will be glad to collect those, but we will see. We'll see how that goes. I'll still have some more Star Wars videos coming up as well, and I appreciate you guys watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.